Listening, speaking, reading, and writing, these are the four skills that we should have the knowledge about these four skills. Okay, so if we just practice these four skills every day, then we can just overcome all the problems of English and we can be fluent in English. Okay, so those who have just the knowledge for these four skills, they can easily be fluent in English. Okay, so also if we want to be a good like speaker, reader, writer, and listener, then we should have the knowledge of these four skills. Okay, well, every day we should just practice these four skills. So when we practice these four skills, then yeah, we will be fluent in like every sectors in English. Okay, so that's why we have to practice these four skills, because these four skills are like they're very most important for learning English. Okay, and also now I will talk about like listening. So listening is the best part of learning English. Okay, so yeah, when we listen, that time we can be talk, or also we can just easily understand anything. Okay, so when we listen, like we can listen the audiobooks and we can listen anything. So when we listen anything, that time we can easily speak, we can easily understand English. Okay, understand English, and also we can easily just know, can easily just overcome all the problems of speaking English, also reading English, or also the others. Okay, so that's why we just have to learn these four skills every day. And like listening. Okay, so like if we just listen every day, then we can just be a fluent speaker, also we can be a fluent reader also, and we'll understand the like the pattern of sentences, we'll understand the more like the structure, will understand the method of speaking. Okay, so we can just make anyone like our model. So if we learn want to like be a fluent speaker, okay, in that time we can just see the videos of like of any like any speakers. Okay, so when we just see any videos of any speakers, on when we will just listen their speaking, this time we'll understand the sentences, we'll understand the vocabulary, and we'll understand their okay talking method, and also we'll understand everything. Okay, this will be helpful for us when then we can be also like them. So if we just follow them, and then we can be like them. Okay, so that's why we have to listen, we have to listen anything. Okay, we can listen, we have to listen every day. If we listen every day, then we can be a fluent like speaker or in English. Okay, so this is the listening method, and also then I will just talk about the speaking. So speaking is the best part also, like yeah, if we every day speak in English, then we will learn. Okay, so if we every day speak in English, then this will helpful for us, like we can like we will be a great speaker if we every day practice this, because we know that every day uh, if we practice, then we will overcome our like we'll overcome our problems of speaking, or we'll overcome our all the problems when we just go to speak anything. Okay, also if we speak every day, if we practice speaking every day, in that time we will first of all we will face many problems, the words, the vocabulary, and yeah, the sentences will now come to our mouth. Okay, but after like practicing, gradually we will see that our development, we will see that we can talk. Okay, that's why if we practice like daily, if we practice daily, then we can just easily be a fluent speaker. So speaking is the best part of like learning English. Okay, so we have to speak every day if we want to be a good learner of English. Okay, the third like studies or skill is like reading. Yeah, reading is the most important part also, because you know that if we just yeah want to be a fluent, want to fluent in English, then we have to read more. Also if we want to be a good speaker, also want to be a good writer, then obviously we should practice speaking like reading. Okay, so if we read anything, then we'll get the new vocabularies, we'll get the sentence pattern, and we will gauge like the ideas, the information, because without information we will not continue our speaking, or will not continue our discussion. Okay, That's why we have to just yeah, we have to read every day. It's a good habit to read anything. We have to read anything in English. When we read anything in English, we will understand. We will get the information. We will get the vocabulary. We will get the sentence structure. So it will be helpful for us when we go to speak anything, or when we go to speak, or when we go to write. Okay, this that's the reason, or the importance of reading. Okay, so that's why we have to read every day. Means if we just get time, then we have to practice it, because it's really an important part of this from these four skills. Well, so that's why we have to do this. We have to practice this every day. And the others and last skill is but yeah. Yes, the next part is writing. So writing is the most important part of the learning English. Okay, so yeah, when we write anything, then we will learn many things. Like we can be a writer, we can be a good it will be helpful for us when we are going to learn English. Okay, yeah, that's why we have to write every day. When we write every day, this time we will just find out our mistakes. We will find out our mistakes, and we will get that. Well, get we will understand then how we will write. It will be helpful for us whether academic exam, and also we can just it will be helpful for us about our academic exams, all of our exams, and if we're yes, want to be a fluent writer, then we should just increase these practices, we increase our writing skills. Okay, that's why we have to do this. We have to practice writing every day. Yes, if we just want to increase our writing skills. That's why we should practice these four skills every day. If we do not practice this one skill, then we will be just it will be just lagging for us, because if we don't practice these four skills, then we will not learn English properly. And if we don't learn English properly, and if we also don't practice these four skills properly, then we will not learn English properly, and we will not speak properly, we will not read, we will not will not write properly. When we will just go to practice these four skills, that time we have to divide these four skills, and we have to just practice these four skills every day. Okay, so if you practice this one skills one day, and after 1 or 2 days later we will practice the same skill, that time it will be not helpful for us. That's why we have to practice these four skills every day. Okay, if we just practice these four skills every day, then it will be helpful for us, and we will be a great speaker. It will be a great writer also. If we read books more and more, if we read anything in English more and more, then we will get new vocabularies, and these vocabularies are helpful for us to learn talk. Okay, to talk, also to write. Okay, that's why if we want to just learn, then we have to write more and more, because it's the rule state. If we want to learn, then we have to read, we have to gather the information. Okay, so if we just want to gather the information, then we have to read more and more books. Okay, so yeah, without information we cannot continue our speaking or writing. So if we just read anything, we can read not only books there, but also we can read articles. We can read also newspapers, and by the help of our mobile phone. Okay, so we can read anything in English. So if we read, then we will get the information about this topic, and if we have enough information about any topic, then we will make our discussion lengthy, and we can just write anything easily. That's why it's the main part. These four parts we have to just practice these four parts every day, because when we practice these four parts every day, our skills will be developed, and we can just easily make our speaking English, okay, writing English better. Okay, that's why we have to practice these four skills every day.